In the rap world, Foxy Brown stands out as an unstoppable force. Let's face it, she's been breaking records since her teenage years. Still, with all the money and fame came the problems, which couldn't stay out of the headlines. In this video, we'll be digging deeper into the American rapper's early years, her rise to musical stardom, and the problems that ensued. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as we drop more gems on rap history. Inga DeCarlo Fung Marchand, born on September 6, 1978, is a famous American rapper known by her stage name, Foxy Brown. Foxy grew up in Park Slope, Brooklyn, with her two older brothers, but has a mix of Trinidadian and Chinese heritage. Unfortunately, from an early age, Foxy endured difficulty when her parents divorced while she was still only 4 years old. This caused a strain within the household, which meant that Foxy and her family had to move in with her maternal grandfather. As she got older, she would attend Brooklyn College Academy, where Foxy would nurture her big dreams. From a young age, Foxy had huge drive and always felt like she deserved something more. At first, she dreamed of becoming a criminal justice attorney. While this was a sound profession, at the age of 14, she discovered that she could rhyme like nobody's business. Her rap skills caught the eye of DJ Clark Kent and Trackmasters. They planned to turn her into a global star. She first hit the scene as Queen Nefertiti, then changed her name to Big Shorty. It was under this name that she secured a deal with Capitol Records. After some ups and downs, the young rhymer decided to change her name one last and final time. Inspired by Pam Grier's character in the 1974 film Foxy Brown,
I brought it for you, Miss Pimp. Like I said, it's a present from...
She changed her name. But what could Foxy possibly be rhyming about at the age of 14? Well, Foxy started writing about fashion, the mafia, and intimacy. It wasn't until she hit 15 that she met rap mogul Jay-Z. They would later achieve greatness together. With support from Chris Lighty, Steve Stout, and Trackmasters, she was featured on LL Cool J's I Shot Ya remix. It was a hit and cemented Foxy's status as a rising star in the game. But Foxy wasn't the only one. During this time, another talented female rapper was setting the music scene alight. Foxy and Lil' Kim aimed to conquer the rap world. Foxy would later connect with Nas and AZ through Lil' Kim, impressing them with her freestyling ability. She was so good that Nas even gave her the nickname Nana, and Foxy embraced it, calling herself the Ill Nana, boosting her confidence and shaping her image. Foxy's feature on the Nutty Professor's 1996 soundtrack further boosted her profile, sparking a bidding war involving multiple major labels. She was just 17, and suddenly everyone wanted her. In March 1996, Def Jam Records won the bidding war to acquire her lyrical prowess, beating out Puffy's Bad Boy Records and adding the 17-year-old rapper to its roster. Foxy Brown's career really took off when she teamed up with Jay-Z and featured on Case's Touch Me Tease Me. Cool, right? It created a huge buzz at the time and laid the perfect foundation for Foxy to drop her first album, Il Nana. As you might expect, it was a hit. The debut album sold over 128,000 copies in its first week, landing at number 7 on the Billboard 200 charts. That's huge! The album was packed with cool guest appearances from Jay-Z, Blackstreet, Method Man, and Kid Capri. It even went platinum. 2 of its singles, Get Me Home and I'll Be, became big hits. You'd think all this success would be getting to Foxy's head. But when she was asked about her success on BET Tonight, Foxy Brown came out with a line that really stood out. It's a blessing, but by attaining success, I've gone through a lot of turmoil, a lot of devastation, and a lot of problems, but it's made me stronger. The problems that she speaks of first started when she was touring for Il Nana. She joined MTV's Spring Break in Florida alongside popular acts like Snoop Dogg, Stone Temple Pilots, and the Spice Girls. She would later go on to join the Smoke and Grooves tour, which included Erykah Badu, The Roots, Outkast, and The Pharcyde, but would later leave after missing several dates. It wasn't all doom and gloom, as this allowed her to go on a solo tour. This was cut short. However, she got herself into trouble during her North Carolina stop. While staying at a hotel, she was accused of spitting on staff and threatening them with a fishbowl during a dispute. This didn't go down well with local authorities, who gave her a 30-day suspended sentence and 80 hours of community service. The same year, Foxy teamed up with Nas, AZ, and Nature to create the group The Firm. They dropped an album before going their separate ways. This allowed Foxy to focus on her second album, China Doll, released in January 1999. The standout hit on the tape was the Dog and a Fox track featuring DMX. It did pretty well, reaching the top spot on the Billboard chart. Still, it became clear that their chemistry went further than their hit single. Well, this is according to the rapper Keith Murray, who said in an interview, "At the Apollo, DMX bombed diddly wop the boom with her, you know what I'm saying?" We're guessing he means sexual relations. During the same interview, Keith also gestured that Foxy gave him fellatio. According to him, she could suck a nickel through a straw. We know what you're thinking. So what, right? Well, at the time, Foxy was dating Corrupt. Unfortunately, he caught word of her infidelities and their relationship fell apart. Corrupt later said on The Breakfast Club that everything was cool until he heard rumors about Foxy and DMX. Foxy said later that she didn't cheat and blamed rapper Eve for spreading rumors. But this was just one thing in the long list of Foxy Brown dramas. In 1998, Foxy Brown got mad at Vibe editor Danielle Smith in a restaurant. It was Foxy's first big interview, and she was featured on the cover. But unfortunately, it contained misinformation about her relationships with Lil' Kim and Jay-Z. So guess what Foxy did? She grabbed Smith's hair and said the story was all messed up. Luckily, the editor didn't press charges. Things got crazier in March 2000 when Foxy's Range Rover brakes started acting up while driving, which caused her to crash into a fence in Brooklyn. She ended up in the hospital and got a ticket for driving with a suspended license. That same year, Foxy reportedly went to rehab because of a pill addiction. It seemed like life was finally starting to get to her. Her friendship with Lil' Kim got rocky. It all started when their record labels released their debut albums just 1 week apart, and things never really recovered from there. Then, they started dissing each other through songs in public. The issues between Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown hit a peak in a shootout on February 25, 2001. Lil' Kim and her group ran into rapper Capone, a friend of Brown, outside of Hot 97's offices in New York City. More than 20 shots were fired, and one of Capone's friends got shot in the back. The shootout was supposedly Lil' Kim's response to Foxy's verses on Capone and Noriega's song Bang Bang, where Foxy dissed Lil' Kim for mourning Biggie Smalls' death. Foxy tried to make peace shortly after, but Lil' Kim said no to the apology. 4 years later, Lil' Kim got a year in prison for lying about her role in the incident. In July 2001, Foxy released her third album, Broken Silence, which debuted at number 5 on the Billboard charts. The album featured Jamaican dancehall artist Bragga Benz. Notably, her track Nana Be Like earned a Grammy nomination. Things seemed to be going well for Foxy, musically at least, so where did it all go wrong? In 2003, Foxy told Wendy Williams that her album Il Nana Part 2, The Fever, got shelved indefinitely. It was supposed to be a collab between Bad Boy and Def Jam Records, but Foxy was in a beef with the big bosses at both labels. It turns out that she was surprised to find out that Puffy owned 50% of her contract. Def Jam let her go, but it came with a cost. The stress allegedly led to a miscarriage. Foxy and her fiancé Spragga were expecting. The loss proved to be too much, as the duo sadly called it quits in 2004. Things began looking up for Foxy in late 2004. However, as Jay-Z became the big boss at Def Jam, Foxy got re-signed. Her music career was finally ready to get back on track, but life threw another curveball in 2005 when she woke up unable to hear. This was due to a rare viral infection called sensorineural hearing loss. This meant that she was unable to record music. A year later, after various consultations, she had surgery to fix it. The surgery worked, but she still needed hearing aids. Foxy was ready to bounce back, promising her album by the end of 2006. Surprise, it didn't happen. Instead, in 2007, more drama unfolded. Foxy disagreed with her neighbor, resulting in a restraining order due to loud music and a thrown BlackBerry phone that knocked a tooth loose. Legal troubles continued, driving while on the phone, providing false information, and driving with a suspended license. In an attempt to get her life and career back on track, Foxy signed with Cook Records in 2007. but legal issues delayed the release of her albums. In August 2007, a judge decided it was time for Foxy to face the music. Probation violations landed her behind bars for 8 months. Brooklyn's Don Diva finally dropped in May 2008, but didn't see the success that came to be associated with the female rapper. Her life would see several ups and downs thereafter, which would cause her to disappear. Foxy resurfaced in 2007 when Wendy Williams revealed that Foxy gave birth to a baby girl. Foxy confirmed it on Instagram. Despite past headlines, Foxy seems to be laying low, steering clear of trouble. She's still respected as one of the top female MCs who broke ground in a male-dominated industry. Foxy Brown's fans can't wait for her new music, but it doesn't seem like this is going to be happening anytime soon. Still, we're all hoping she makes a remarkable comeback and shares her art with the world again. And there you have it, the roller coaster journey of Foxy Brown, an undeniable force in the rap world. From her early struggles to her meteoric rise in the music industry, Foxy's story is one of triumphs and challenges. If you enjoyed this deep dive into her life, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the world of rap history.